Hi, it's Chris Watkin here with another PropTech review with Rhys, the head guy of Credas. Hi, Rhys.
Hi, Chris.
How's it going?
Good, mate.
Talk to us about Credas. What does it do for estate agents?
Identity verification.
That sounds fascinating.
Yeah, for us it obviously is. We operate in multiple sectors, but here today we're estate agents, ever-changing landscape. Compliance is just one of those.
Okay, so what does it do?
So we verify individuals. So buyers, sellers, by law, estate agents have to verify both sets of people, and there's time, accuracy, risk pressures to do that. So traditionally estate agents photocopy driver's licenses, spend hours trying to get the vendors into the branch, and it takes far too long.
Okay.
Opens themselves up to risk. HMRC issue fines. It's not a pleasant experience.
What sort of fines are we talking here?
Based on our research, the average fine is around £12,000.
£12,000?
Yeah, we've got evidence of a fine as large as £600,000.
Why don't we know the names of these firms?
HMRC to date have not issued them, but they have started to threaten to name and shame, which will cause further pressure on estate agents to get their house in order.
Okay, and these estate agents with the 12 to 600 grand fines,
Yeah,
these are household names, are they?
correct. Absolutely.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. You think of £12,000 in business terms, doesn't sound a fortune, but if you gave me £1,210 notes, I'd be quite happy.
And is it more lettings or sales?
Sales.
So I'm assuming that's more money laundering.
Correct.
Okay.
So last year, AML fourth directive came into place. I appreciate it's not exciting for everyone, but it's another pressure for directors or money laundering officers of estate agencies. They had no transition period, meaning as estate agents, you had to become compliance experts within days, and it was very challenging. And we're finding that estate agents are still struggling and don't have enough support.
So what does Credas do to help estate agents?
So as part of the AML guidance or framework, we really automate the due diligence aspects. You need to verify that the seller, buyer are who they say they claim to be. So we combine very exciting technological components to increase the accuracy, speed, and take that risk away.
So what do most estate agents do at the moment with their money laundering?
So the most common approach is that as a vendor, I'd go into my high street branch on a Saturday when I'm not working and when they're open, and they would take a photocopy of my ID. But what many people don't really consider is the true cost of what they're currently doing. So they take that photocopy, so staff time. There's probably numerous minutes or hours over phone calls to get me into the branch to arrange that time. So weeks could pass. And don't forget, legally, you can't put the house on the market until you know who I really am. They take a photocopy, that would incur a cost. That prints out paper, which is a cost. You have to keep that paper in a file, which is a further cost. You have to power the photocopier, which is a further cost.
It's only pennies though.
Indeed, but pennies add up.
True.
And if for every house you're selling, let's round it to say 3 hours, because we've had research that says 2.4 hours. So I'm just adding the manual time. 3 hours for every person in the housing transaction, for every house you ever sell. Crazy. So we're showing evidence of saving estate agents 300 hours a month.
Okay, that is a lot of time, and it's all about time and money.
Time and money.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what does actually Credas do? What does the punter see? What do the agents see?
Yeah, so two main use cases. So remote verification and an agent-led solution. So if you're...
That does sound very prop-techy to me.
It does.
What does that actually mean in the real world, Rhys?
In the real world. So if you're moving from Glasgow to Bristol and you still need to prove who you are, you don't really want to be sending your key documents in posts.
Or going to your local solicitors to have them
Indeed,
verified.
and that's of little use, because through money laundering, not everyone can be trusted, according to HMRC. So our solution to that problem is a remote use case. You as an estate agent would have a portal. You send an invite to that person in Glasgow, and they receive a text in real time, so seconds later.
Okay.
So I'm.
You've got your mobile phone down there. What
I have.
Show me what would that look like in the real world.
Yeah, so I've got my phone, so I'm not distracted. It's not buzzing in my pocket.
Okay. I hope you switched it off.
Indeed, it's always off. So as a sales negotiator for the estate agent, I log into the Credas portal, send an invite to yourself in Glasgow. You receive a text message, real time. You click on that text message and it downloads our app. In very simple terms.
What's that? Probably a minute.
If that.
Okay.
If that. In terms of the happy path, as we call it, it's less than that. But let's claim a minute. So the simple process is you take a photo of yourself, you take a photo of your ID document, and then you conduct a liveness test. Facial recognition algorithms would compare your selfie versus the photo on the ID document.
It sounds very Minority Report.
It is. It's a new world, Chris.
Enemy of the state.
Absolutely.
Satellites in the sky.
Indeed. Imagine what technology the government has.
Okay.
So then the next layer is we then examine that document itself. We extract all of the data in real time. We poll various global databases to see if you are a politically exposed person. Do you have any sanctions? Are you on any watch lists? Are you alive? Do you have any postcode redirects? All of these little things, and it's all done in seconds.
Postcode? Wow.
Yeah, so we can connect into Royal Mail to see if you're bouncing your address around, again, to muddy the waters. You're then left with the document itself.
That.
We then can authenticate the legitimacy of your document by looking at the UV layers of the document, say a passport. We look at the MRZ codes, all the numbers on your passport.
What does that mean? What does MRZ mean?
Machine readable zones.
Okay.
So think of your passport, how many times you've held it and shown it at an airport. All those digits mean something. So we're running all these calculations and algorithms real time with your selfie, with your facial recognition, all in seconds to prove it's an authentic document. You are who you claim to be. Then it's a liveness test. So what's stopping you taking a photo of a photo?
Indeed, that's just what I was thinking, because you get your mate,
Indeed, and that's what's happened, especially in construction sites. There's photos of a photo. So what this does is we randomise a set of actions. Touch your nose, touch your forehead, and you have to do that to comply. And it proves there's a living person on the other side. When you're buying goods online, think of I'm not a robot. It's a similar thing. There was an advanced technology business like we are. We've invested some time in other solutions like eyeball movement detection, facial expression changes. This is the most effective. All of this really increases the accuracy for the estate agent, takes the risk away, and it's done in seconds. Whereas that traditionally would have taken how long? If I was moving from Glasgow to Bristol?
Oh, pain in the backside, that one.
Absolutely. Not everyone equates time to money, but if your staff can be used or deployed more effectively, then do it.
So all they have to do is send a text message.
That's it.
And that's it.
It's done for
And
them.
it comes back for them.
Absolutely.
Tick box, move on.
Move on.
Sounds expensive.
Not at all. That's the beauty of it. It's cheaper than the current manual process. So based on a credit system, it's 2 credits are used for standard AML check. Based on how many you buy, it can come down to as little as £1 a credit.
So a couple of quid.
£2 to verify that you are Chris Watkin.
It's very good.
And I dread to think of the cost that a manual solution would be.